I compromised by committing to doing the makeup for free. I did modeling in my 20s and know how to make do, and helping plan the wedding with her and my brother, but could not financially pay for the dresses she wanted in the party. So I offered to do one and she picked the dresses, the most expensive, and I paid for them without complaint. She had all the bridesmaids, except for me, pay for the whole bachelorette trip. But then blasted me in the group chat about it, like apologizing for the cost of the trip, saying, since Hannah is not financially contributing, which led to the girls asking me how and why I ended up not paying anything. Things like that kept happening. I am going to pause here and say my brother is a senior staff engineer at a huge tech company and teaches programming at a huge school, so he makes plenty of money. When I asked my brother why he wasn't helping pay for stuff at the wedding, he looked incredibly puzzled and asked what I meant. I immediately shut up, realizing I stepped in it, and he said Heather insisted she pay for her half of the wedding and they joint pay the joint parts to say to her hater she's not marrying him for his money. I then hosted the bridesmaids and Heather at a planning party. We drank lots of wine, when one of the girls, Amber, asked if she could change her hair color. Amber said she would want about my shade and that it complemented my skin tone. Heather chuckled a bit at that and I kind of looked at her like, what? And she said that it was fine and she's no bridezilla, but she would prefer only one of us look that tacky. I felt hurt as Heather knew me before I went red years ago and back then told me how great I looked and that I glowed, and now I'm tacky? I asked her if she meant it that way and she shrugged and said, it's about the people, not how good they look, she said. I didn't get it and the other girls started chiming in and Heather just said, oh my god, calm down, I didn't mean anything wrong. I won't let Hannah ruin my wedding entirely. It's okay. We all are going to start looking different in our 30s. I was the oldest of all the girls there and I kinda chuckled it away and said Heather was the one who gives me compliments on how much I still look young and like I did when I did fashion modeling, and she snorted something like, you can't do runway now and you know it. Okay. At this point, I flat out asked her if she had something to say to me, and she said that since I had been so sensitive about her asking me to do things for her wedding, she didn't want to bring it up, but she wanted me to change my look back to when you were so pretty, like when we met. That meant going back to my natural light brown hair, losing weight, and wearing shapewear to fit in a smaller dress. Then she said, look at these lovely ladies, right? It would mean a lot to me if you all could shine up there. I said that was hurtful and I like how I look now. I had lots of body issues trying for that dream in my 20s and skipped meals, drank too much and worse, and hated my body. Now I do have curves and I love them. I offered to wear a wig for the wedding if my hair color was an issue, and she just got quiet and changed the subject. Update: my brother knows everything now. Aaron called me early, apparently a bridesmaid who was at my house the night I mentioned in my last post. Sophia, who is one of our good friends, apparently suggested he reach out to me. I didn't realize, but I have been miserable since that party at my house. I didn't know how much I seemed off. It was brought to my attention how far out I seemed in public and how withdrawn I've been in general. Aaron called and asked if I was alright. I know the wedding is stressful, Heather has been a wreck. And I snapped and just started crying and hung up. He was at my place within the hour and I told him everything. I don't remember seeing him so mad in my life. He asked me how much I spent on the wedding and I just handed him my phone with my bank app and the bridesmaid chat all open, and he scrolled and asked me why I would not mention this to him. He wrapped me in a hug and told me not to worry and ordered us food. Second update: my Venmo popped up and Heather just sent me money, no description on it. Just a bride emoji? Also, Aaron says he is on the way.